A missile worth $2 million leaves the rail. It's traveling at Mach 3. The guidance system is locked. The target is confirmed. And then, nothing. No explosion, no impact, no kill. The missile didn't malfunction because of a bad engine. Not a software glitch, not a targeting error. It died because of a connector smaller than your thumb. One connection failed. One pin lost contact for a fraction of a second. That's all it took. Today we're going inside the most overlooked component in modern warfare, and we're going to explain why it might be the most important one. When people imagine why a missile fails, they think about the obvious stuff. The rocket motor burns unevenly, the seeker head loses the target, the software crashes, maybe enemy jamming throws off the signal. These are real concerns. Engineers spend billions solving them. But there's a quiet assumption underneath all of it, an assumption so basic nobody talks about it. The assumption that every component is actually talking to every other component. Think about your phone for a second. All that processing power, all those cameras, all that software, none of it works if the battery isn't making contact. A missile is the same idea, except instead of a battery, you've got dozens, sometimes hundreds, of electrical connections threading through the entire airframe. Sensors, guidance, fusing systems, control surfaces, power distribution, data buses. Every single one of those systems connects through a physical plug, a connector, a socket, a pin. It sounds almost embarrassingly simple, and that's exactly why it gets ignored, right up until it fails. So what are these things really, and why is building one so brutally hard? Here's what a military-grade connector looks like. It's a small cylindrical metal housing, usually aluminum or stainless steel, maybe the size of a large coin or a roll of quarters. Inside it, a ring of tiny metal pins arranged in a precise pattern, each one thinner than a pencil lead. There's a locking ring, a rubber seal around the edge. That's basically it. Looking at it, you'd think, that's what all the fuss is about? Yes, that's exactly what all the fuss is about. These connectors have a name in the defense world, mil-spec connectors. Mil-spec just means military specification. They have to meet a defined, rigorous standard before they're allowed anywhere near a weapon system. Inside a missile, these connectors appear everywhere. At the nose, where the seeker head, the eye of the missile, connects to the guidance computer. Midway through the airframe, where the power system meets the control electronics. At the fins, where tiny actuators receive commands to steer the weapon. In the warhead section, where the fusing system waits for the exact signal to detonate. Every one of those connections is a potential single point of failure. And here's the question nobody asks until it's too late. What does